What's up, Internet? Welcome back to Blueprints. I'm in a very fuck you attitude today. Amateur lockpick kit. Gems and keys! Hey, that's a great order. Yeah, I'm in a very fuck you attitude today. I think what I mean by that is I think we're just gonna, let's just steamroll through some stuff. I don't necessarily need to get to room 46, but I just wanna try shit. I don't know. I'm in a very like let's just do it mood kind of. I guess that's more correct. I'm gonna go outside and check the foyer, the Westgate room. I think I was thinking of the hovel, and yeah, and let's just see what we can get. There's a lot of stuff on our to-do list. Schoolhouse. There's the hovel. There it is. Special floor plans now cost steps instead of gems, huh? I feel like we've been doing really good with steps. Maybe we try it. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like I got it. Let's do it. Okay. Here we go. Bedroom, corridor, nook. Sure. Let's not waste more steps than we have to. Pantry, commissary. Let's go with the bedroom. Anything that gives us steps, we'll definitely going to want to draft the nursery, right, at some point? Walk-in closet's good, but let's go with... Oh, well, actually, the den here isn't as necessary. Because... But it is nice for the construction of the house. So let's do that anyway. Let's keep going. Because now gems are going to be mostly useless. Guest bedroom. Okay, we'll take it. Is there compass? Okay. See outside a little bit. Okay. Secret passage, boudoir, pantry. Let's go with the pantry. Eat an apple. Get some coins. Storeroom, closet. Let's do the closet. Okay, we'll take the stuff that we're getting here. All right, so yeah, good start so far. Let's avoid this room for now. Oh, that's an apple, right? Okay, so we're gonna want to go there too. It depends on what we get in for this room. Hallway. Yeah, let's do the hallway, and then we'll just quickly go back to that bedroom so we could get the apple. Okay. I feel like it's quieter than it usually is. Okay, let's go this direction. Observatory, parlor, chapel. Let's go chapel so I can fill out that bottom gap room. There we go. There's some music. Maybe I just have my volume turned down. Office. You know what? Yeah, let's do the office. This is part of my FU attitude. I feel like we've just been super ignorant of this room. Let's do the... Oh! Yes! A safe deposit box key. That's a different number. Have they always been different numbers every single time? Okay, so can we run payroll? No. We could spread gold in the estate, though. Spread it. Okay. So... this is the note we're given. What are the things we know? We know that all the safes have to be a date. We know that Flight of the Queen, the March of the Count is... March is a month. The Count is literally this dude. But I've tried before counting every version of him, and that hasn't worked. Right? Because that's him. That's one. That's the Lady Epson. That's 2. That's 3. Not him. That's him also, right? That's 4. Okay, so it should be 0304. Yeah, see, that doesn't work. So what else could I do? Could be the... did I try the British way? 0403? No. Is it... I don't know if I tried just 34? Just 34 alone? That's not a date, but... what if it's literally just that it is March? Like 0303? What? What? What are you talking about? Wait, why does 3 work? I know I was just kind of just trying that to see if it... Wait. Okay, so that was correct. That idea. So hold on. Hold on. 1. That is him, right? That's not that 1. 2. 3. 4, bitch. What the fuck? I think my can-do attitude went too far. Why does 3-3 work? Is it literally just because it's March? That makes 0 sense. This is 8. Dear Mr. Sinclair, March 3rd. Okay. Thank you for promptly answering all our demands, not involving the police, and allowing this unfortunate transaction to transpire as smoothly as one could hope. And while I'm guessing you had hoped to never hear from us again, once we had given you back the envelopes, we felt that one final red letter of our own was merited given the circumstances. Whoa. Hopefully, you will not be as careless with this missive as you were with the others. Correspondence this incriminating should be kept in safes, not desk drawers. Let's put your apprehensions aside, as I'm sure another red envelope is the last thing you expected to find on your desk this week. No, we are not making more demands, and no, we do not have copies of the other letters. You were already more than generous and accommodating, and the least we could do is fulfill our end of the bargain. So why write to you at all? Why incriminate ourselves further if we already have what we want? In a word, principles. After reading your eloquent reply to our initial note, it became apparent to us that there had been a few misunderstandings. This letter is intended to clarify some of these points, and hopefully we will place schemes in a softer light. First, we may have gotten too excited with the colorful language of blackmail, but our goal was never to terrorize. Despite what you may believe you interpreted as thinly veiled threats towards your young nephew, I want to personally assure you there was never any tangible danger. If we gave any impression we would hurt the youngster, it was meant only in the very vague sense of hurting his social prospects. And yes, while we admit that our word choices might be questionable, enough so that it would be reasonable to accuse us of being intentionally misleading, we hope you believe us when we tell you that this was not a calculated ploy to elicit payment. However, as payment has been received, there is nothing to be gained by scrutinizing the questionable ethics that were employed in our extortion of those funds. Little defense can be mustered on that score. Additionally, any judgmental tone you may have detected when we discussed the content of your stolen letters was entirely unintended. We want it on record that we do not consider ourselves superior to you and your family in any way, and are in fact entirely sympathetic to the underlying cause that this letter pertains to, and you thought this letter couldn't get more incriminating for us. What the fuck is happening? Again, we feel guilty as sin, and only time will tell if the financial recompense will outweigh your culpability. Our culpability. Even though you will never hear from us again, we hope this parting letter will result in you thinking of us and our dealings, if not favorably, at least sympathetically. Sorry for the inconvenience. Forever Anonymous X. What the fuck is this? Well, I'm guessing you had hoped to never hear from us again. Once we had given you back the envelopes, we felt that one final red letter of our own was merited given the circumstances. So right, all of these red letters so far are coming from different people. So maybe these red letters were sent out and they like took them? I don't really understand what's happening here. Okay, I am a little bit actually upset about this puzzle, mostly because there's like no... I get it, right? Like I get how to get there, but I don't understand why it's specifically 3-3. Because everything in the room makes it seem like it's 3-4. That makes me question the logic on some of these other ones. Unless I skipped a clue somehow. Did I skip a clue in the sense that like did I I don't know. Let's take this further. More dice. Kitchen. Nursery. Whenever you draft a bedroom, gain 5 steps. We've already drafted a lot of them. So I don't know actually how much more useful that's going to be. Also, this stops... If I can't get something go straight forward, we might have a problem. I'm down to try it, though. We haven't actually done nursery in a minute. What else is in here? Big goose. Oh, right. There's the Red Prince is where we initially found this. Okay. All right, cool. Yep, we go through hallway. Let's try to get something at least that turns left. Okay, we do not have said thing. Maybe we could redraw. And we didn't get either of those. Christ. Let's go with corridor. Passageway, dining room. Yeah, actually, I'm okay with dining room here. And now lunchbox. Enjoy a lunch. How about this one? Library. And bunk room we can get at a different time. Am I closed off otherwise? I am. So I'm going to have to spread myself out here a little bit. Okay, this is another Architectural Digest. Oh, okay, yeah, I haven't done this one. Great. So it's December 11th. All right, great. Tools of the Trade by the editor. I'm just going to do this now, so I'm not screwing this up. Okay, this one's a lot shorter, it feels like. In the world of drafting, the tools an architect wields are crucial in shaping their vision and bringing their designs to life. The precision, elegance, and functionality of these instruments can have a profound effect on the drafting process and the final outcome of your project. That's why it's very important to choose the right tools to complete to completement? Whatever. To completement your drafting to complement. Oh, I'm putting an extra syllable there. Choosing the right tools to complement your drafting techniques. In this issue of Drafting Strategy, we will dive into the vast realm of inventory, bringing to light the many hidden tools of the trade that you can enhance your favorite strategies and elevate your architectural ambitions to unprecedented heights. From classic compasses and T-squares to state-of-the-art software upgrades, this variety of drafting tools available to architects today is staggering. Yada, yada, yada. Gems stopwatch. A more short-term, very short-term alternative to paying gems is utilizing a stopwatch to bypass any gem costs you encounter during a frantic 1-minute drafting dash. Oh, I don't know if I've ever seen that. Of course, if you're wealthy enough to be able to afford to purchase it from the showroom, this very high-end luxury item removes the gem cost of special floor plans altogether. Repellent spray, but why remove gem costs when you could just remove the whole room? Repellent spray can free you of that annoying floor plan for up to a week. Whoa, I haven't seen those. Gear wrench I've seen. Ornate compass, another luxury item from the showroom and likely the most useful drafting tool on this list. Ornate compass allows you to rotate floor plans as you draft them, allowing you to position doors to your advantage. Grafted from the contraptions. Through soldering, taping, and a liberal amount of hot glue, inventors can use the workbench found in the workshop to bring together disparate elements to forge something far greater than the sum of its parts. A blind experimentation is often the most rewarding avenue for true innovators. But for those crafters who need a little bit of inspiration or guidance, we've included a list of common contraption components to kickstart your creative journey. Shovel, metal detector, broken lever, battery pack, lockpick kit, sledgehammer, compass, coin purse, magnifying glass, and then something else. Is there something else that I've used that I don't know? I don't know what else I've used. It's about time for an upgrade. Perhaps the most exciting item an architect can come across is an upgrade disk. This floppy data disk houses a wellspring of unique yada. We know kind of what this is vibe. 16 total disks have been issued. Oh, that's good to know. Okay, so... Oh, and these are 3 that we've done. We've literally done these 3. We've done storeroom, courtyard, nook. And I'm sure that the 16 are hidden across the house in different places. Tooltips. Stringing together adjoining hallways has always been the most straightforward strategy when using a hall pass. Drafting floor plans like tunnel and secret passage are an easy way to set up longer chains of hallways. You could adjust the security settings with keycard. For Endeavoring Gardener, a watering can is a fundamental tool. You can refill this item with water. All you need to do is find a faucet with running water. That's awesome! I didn't know that. That's great. So you could just make a chain of gems. That's awesome. Most green rooms can only be drafted along the edges of your house, and the secret garden is no exception. You could use this key on any locked door leading to one of these room positions. If you have come across any fancy ruby-socketed candlesticks, you may want to take a note in case you can find an item that can produce a flame. We have. These specific candlesticks contain mechanical triggers that are tripped when the candle's lit. Oh, no. I had that item, too. What was it? It was the magnifying glass and the battery pack, maybe? Actually, I could see. Can I? I'm in the library. I could see how to do that. Doesn't it tell you in this book up here? Burning glass. Metal detector and magnifying glass. Okay. Maybe one day the servants' quarters. Oh yeah, I haven't ever done the servants' quarters. That's now a room I've literally never picked. Burning glass. Okay, so now I just I'm going to write down, I'll go back through the house as I go through it. Any of those candlesticks that I see, let me take a look at that one more time. Fancy ruby-socketed candlesticks that allows us to open up mechanical triggers. Okay, good to know. Vault. Oh, I have the vault thing. Oh, no. To be honest, this has been a good enough run that I almost feel like that's fine. But it does end the run. What do I want to do here? Yeah, let's do it. Let's bite the bullet on that. Well, we're gonna collect all the money. I wish it was something we could spend it on. Okay, so what was it? It was like 220 something? 233. Use key 233. Aha! Allowance! Oh, wait, no, that's not a letter. Okay, hold on. Okay, so we got more allowance. That's awesome. And what is this? Passport. Fenaries. Ooh. Gray Daniels. So yeah, she's clearly region. Date of issue, date of expiry. Date of birth, March 1st, 56, but that's wrong, obviously. Good to know. Okay, that's lore. That's worth seeing. Oh, we have a locked chest. More keys. I wish we had actually had a freezer here, because there'd be a use for it in this run. Damn it, I can't store money, can I? That would be a good use of the vault, but that's really what the freezer is, isn't it? Okay, while I'm here, actually, or while I have this run going, this is in Ruby coded. So yeah, let's take a look and see if there's any other Ruby lined candle holders. Yeah. Oh shit. Yeah, cuz I could see this opening up. Okay, so getting those items is going to be really helpful. So we're back to needing the magnifying glass in our lives. And a metal detector, but I feel like we get those items decently often, and with the rate that we've been getting the money at in the last couple runs, I feel like we're fine. So much money. We have so much money. Damn, I wish there was somewhere I could put it. Let's just take one more look before I call it a day. I don't know how long this run has been. It's been about 20 minutes. I feel like we'll probably just call it and go for another one on this episode. But we did. Hey, this is the roguelike dream, right? What do they call this? They call this a microchip. Okay. Insert microchip. Yeah. Okay. So I'm going to call it. It sucks, but I'm going to call it, even though I got what I needed out of that. I'm going to also write down fake date of birth, maybe. Cozy Inn. All right, let's go right in for another one. That was a successful run. I mean, we got one of the letters to my detriment. I don't know. That's a weird one. I don't really know. I don't know how I feel about that office puzzle. I feel conflicted because I feel like I got it, like I knew how to get there, but I still don't feel like I got the answer, which is really a weird sensation. But we have more allowance, so now we have up to 12 to start with. We have 3 letters here. Okay. Do I go back to... Yeah, let's see what our strategy becomes if we go outside and do this one now. If we do the classroom one, maybe we can extend upon our gems. Let's do the trading post, but I'm going to leave that behind. Obviously, because I don't have an item to trade now. Maybe we could make use of that later. I'm trying to think. There's just so many things to do. Okay. Closet, pantry, hallway, please. Den. I feel like I get stopped up most in the early game, so I might as well take advantage of that here. Okay. Storeroom is fine with me. That's a good this is a good place to put it, just in this bottom right corner that always gets blocked off by something or another. Okay. Let's draft this room. Parlor, guest bedroom. Let's go parlor. I should have drafted the other entrance hall room. That's okay. Wind up key. All right, let's see if we could do this. There are 2 false statements. This is the only true statement. The white box is empty. Okay, so if there are 2 false statements is true, that means these 2 are false, which means that is lying, obviously, and that is lying, which means that the white box would be full, which would be an easy solution if that was correct. If this is the only true statement and that is true, then that would also be true. It would be a paradox, etc. That's not possible. If this is a true statement, the white box is empty, cool. That doesn't necessarily help me. If this is telling the truth, this can't be telling the truth in addition. And if this is telling the truth and this one's telling the truth, it can't be. So in that sense, there are 2 false statements. That is correct. This is false. This is false. This is the box. I feel like this one's a pretty easy one in comparison. Yeah. Okay. Parlor. Security, pantry. Let's do pantry. I'm just going to create... Let's keep creating the pathways for ourselves here. Banana. Observatory. Spare bedroom. Guest bedroom. I don't want to go too far. What is that? Sleep mask? Yeah, maybe. Okay, cool. We will gain our steps back with that. I'm going to adventure elsewhere. Just for a second. I don't want to do the thing where I go too far down one path and then I can't draft anything. Okay. The pool. Mechanarium. I want to see the mechanarium, but I don't have... There's not going to be enough doors for it. I feel like I'm okay, though. Let's do mechanarium. Do more doors open as we go? Interesting. So maybe more open up? Let's keep checking in on it. Let's do this guy first. Commissary library. Excellent. Library is great. We will take the library. How about this one? Security. Dining room. Dining room is also great. Let's do this. We have a really good start on this one. Good job, game. Thank you for giving us a little bit of leeway. I don't know if I've ever done 3, so we're just going to do it. Okay. No items on the table. Let's keep going. Trophy room. Not with the 5 gem requirement. That's crazy. What? I don't want to close myself off, so I think we're going gallery on this one. I also don't really want to use gems if I don't need to. Dining room can wait. And we're back. Do I hate myself enough to try to figure this out? I think I do. I think I do hate myself enough to figure this out. Okay, so let's remind ourselves of where we were. So here, we found that there are a lot of words that are synonyms of each other. So we have genuine, very table. I don't know what the I's are. actual objective are also listed as words that could be synonyms with these. That's as far as I got here. Here, I deduced that everything in the wagon, including the wagon itself, was red. And they're mirrors of each other on top of a letter P on one side, so it's like a asymmetrical thing. Here, I actually have no idea. This is the least I've gone in terms of, I don't even know what the hell it's supposed to be telling me here. And this one, I figured out that everything rhymes with in, and just based on the letter options here, I think that it might end with I-O-N rather than just I-N or E-N or something like that. So I think it's a shun word or shin word. That's as far as I got, and you might have known that because we're 30 plus episodes in. So here's the thing though. The one thing I did do in between recording the last time I was in this room is I pulled out because I actually have the physical book. So I did go and pull out the book, and I was just flipping. I just skimmed it. I casually skimmed it, and it's funny how close these puzzles actually are. I don't know if he's still alive. I doubt it, because if he was a functioning author in the 70s, probably not, which is a little bit sad, but I don't know if he actually did these, or these are just heavily inspired by them, but a lot of them are like, they're not exactly, well, at least with the book Maze, with the book that I'm referencing, there was always a goal, right? Like, you knew what you were looking for, at least. With that book, you were always trying to look for what door to go into. These, I'm just looking for a word, and that's a lot harder. These two, I have the letters written down for. I'm staring at these two. This is actually a puzzle that's been weighing on me a little bit. And the other thing that I thought that was maybe relevant is that the only place out of this entire run of letters that has a P is the first one. So I figured that was actually relevant, right? So we got a P there. If that works, what else do I see? In all of the other 5 letters, and then you could also do a P, A, E, I, O, U. Of course, they had to make it tougher because, yeah, but they have a PH. And if I did PH, what could I do? I could do the word phrase, but I don't exactly know how that's supposed to... I don't know if I tried this yet. I don't think I did. I don't think I've gotten a word. Like, I don't think I've been able to put a word, like a full-on word into these yet. I don't think I've seen something good enough for a word. No. I'm sure something would happen in this room if I got the right word. They aren't going to expect me to do all 4 of them, I would hope. And then I'm looking at this. So if I'm looking at my letter matrix, right, I was also trying to figure out, there's got to be a way to incorporate the red element of it. It's too obvious that it's a wagon, a rose, a stop sign, an apple, and a fire hydrant, right? Those are things that are just in culture red, right? Those are red things. What I was looking for in the letter matrices was, is there any ability to do red in the letters? Or at least just have the letters of red in it. And there is, because the letter R appears 4 different times in the 6 letters. It appears in the 2nd, 3rd, 5th, and 6th position. E appears in almost all of them. And D appears in the 4th and 6th. But I can't do R-E-D in any 3 positions back to back, right? So I can't do P-R-E-D, I can't do P blank R-E-D, I can't do P blank blank R-E-D. So that's annoying because it means that either they're using a synonym for red, which in my opinion would be scarlet, but then that doesn't work. I don't have the ability to put scarlet in here, specifically because the L is there's not an L in the fourth position. Is the sky somehow a clue? I don't think so. I think that's just a backdrop. It's prominent. The clouds are prominent, but I don't see it. And the P is such a big element of it. I have to assume that there's a P in the word, right? That would be ridiculous if there wasn't a P in the word. What? So the only thing I'm thinking about is... So that's not... The stop sign on both sides. It's mirrored, right? But the stop sign is backwards? What? How would you explain that? It's backwards and mirrored. Now, you can't turn red around, right? Because the letter R doesn't work if it's mirrored or flipped at all. Right, it's not like the letter, I don't know what would be, it's not like the letter I, where you could flip it and it could become a letter H, right? But if you changed where the red was, so let me explain, let me slow down for a second. If you put the word red, but not in order, if you put it not R-E-D, but like D-E-R, does that work? Is there anywhere in this matrix that you could do D-E-R? I don't know. Is there another, well, if we get rid of the P, is there a D here? There aren't a lot of words that start with D-E, well, actually there are. I was going to say there aren't a lot of words that start with D-E-R, but there actually are. I don't know what it would be for this game, but okay, so there's no D there. So that said, I think the P stays. I feel really confident about that. So where else could I do like a... It's not mirrored. That's the thing. It's real. This isn't it's not backwards. It's flipped upside down, and I can't do that with the letters. If it is the word red, but I'm thinking about, because I see all the reds. I actually can, which is crazy. I actually can do it. So if there's only one place I can, yeah, there it is. So it would be D, E, and then R. So now you can see what I'm looking at. Frede. It's backwards red, which is kind of this. But I don't... What other letters do I have? How does that relate to what's going on here? Yeah, sure. I'm putting in elements of the picture, but that's super literal. I'm assuming I'm looking for, like, based on what this is saying, it's omitting the composition titles. It's like, I feel like I need a theme, right? I need to figure out like what it's saying, not necessarily what... Well, here I don't think it would be a PH, right? It would be a... Given the structure of the word, I don't think any word would be able to do PH here. It would have to be a vowel. What letters do I have here? Powder. It's funny because they're looking more like words than they were. Pander. Wait. Oh my god. Fuck you. Are you... Okay, I had the thought, but I wasn't sure. I had said just before, I didn't think it was that literal, but it is. It literally is literal. Look at this. So it's as stupid as it is. It's P on der. It's P on red flipped around. It's literally that. It's a literal thing, but it comes into a word that means to think, ponder. Oh, that. Uh-oh. I don't know what that means for the rest of them. Okay. Well, I guess I should. This one I know nothing about, but these ones I do. It makes me think that I might be able to do it, but literally, I don't know what this is. I don't know how to make that work. This one I feel like maybe, possibly. This would literally be like eyes on. The or eyes. Actually, is ZE at the end here? Oh my fucking god. Something of eyes. ZE. 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 Come on, come on. I just had it. Fuck you. Are all of these puzzles going to be this brain dead type of like, oh, it's brain dead, but it actually is it's genius. Something eyes. Okay, hold on. I'm going to have to write down the first four letters here. Wow. Okay, I might actually have it. I can't believe this. I was not expecting to get this. I was expecting to walk through this room. Okay, so if I go with the idea that this is eyes at the end. So it's something eyes. Duh. Okay, so we have a C S V P F R L H. Yeah, okay. A E I O U H L. A E I O U H L R. Okay. R P G. R P G A O C M. O C M and a T. Okay, and E I U S T R. S T R D L, and then we're back to E. Okay. So if I'm going with the idea that the end of the word is IZE, what the fuck word can I make out of this that relates to things being... It's not visualize as much as I want that to be the word. There is a V in there, but it's not. It's too many letters. Oh, it could be realize. Right? Actual, genuine, real would be the word that works, right? Actual, genuine, real. Oh my god. Fuck you, game. What? Oh, we get gems out of it. Okay. Now I wonder, because the paintings are the same every time I've come into this room, is this just now free gems every time I've come into this room? Maybe. Okay, so that's 2. I'm closer on this one, But this one's less letters, and I have them already written down. So I feel like maybe that's the way to go. Also, realize, ponder. I feel like maybe the themes are actually between all the paintings, right? So the problem is I don't know what the hell that has to do with anything or what this is. My brain thinks that there should be some... I feel like there should be a K at the end of the word. Because if it's a similar thought process here, there should probably be a K at the end. And there is one. Like there is, obviously, there's one as an option. So if that's the case, what the hell... Sorry, guys. I know this isn't not like the most entertaining what I'm thinking, but it's just like it's just me. Oh my! I figured it out. I figured it out. And it's the dumbest thing ever. How many times did I say the word? Anybody who knows the answer to this before I put it in, how many times did I say that word before I did it? Unknowingly. How many times did I put that word in? Okay. Come here we go, everybody. Here we go. If you don't know what the answer is, you've been staring at it long enough. I don't even have to give you time to figure it out. Here we go. We're back to literal puzzles. It is not thick. Think. Why? Why did I come up with that? Because it's a thin K. Eat my ass. Oh my god. What? And the only reason I thought about it is because I said it so many I said the word think as I was looking at the thing, at my matrix of letters, and I realized that is exactly what was possible in the matrix. Thankfully, the less letters there are, it's easier to figure it out. But thin K. P on DR. Real eyes. What's the last one? I feel super confident now. What the fuck is this? Oh no. I don't know if this is going to be possible. There's so many letters. I guess I have to write them all down. I'm assuming that it has to rhyme with pin, sin, whatever. But this one's gonna be the hardest one, I think. D. So here we go. D. G H L G H L M N R M T D. And D is a repeat. Okay, cool. A E I O U H A E I O U H R Y. Okay, and we're back to A. F N S O M R. Two more here. A U. Okay. A E I O U P G. A E I O U P G. T. Okay. And I think the last three letters here should be ION. I don't really have justification for it really on this one, but I'm just feeling that vibe. CGLN. GLN. ORS. ORS. T. Okay. So if I go with the idea that the end of this word is ION in some way, and the other words are synonyms of think, ponder, realize. Realize is a little bit different, but it's close. Realizing an idea, it's close. What I'm just gonna put in the ION also. Let's put that in. Come on. Come on. There it is. Okay. So the ION part of it is rhyming. That's fine. That's it could be a loop. I see loop as a possibility in the letters, but that doesn't really lead to anything. Loop. Looption. So the problem is the fifth letter could be a lot of different words because a lot of different consonants have the ability to precede the ION, right? So I'm going to actually just look up think synonyms. That didn't really help me the last time, but we're going to try. Believe, suppose. Ooh, envision. That doesn't work. All right, let's do more. Let's see. Yeah, here's envision again. Just vision. I don't think I have a V at all in this. Yeah, I don't. I don't think it's actually helping me to look up synonyms. Which good puzzle design. If I can look up synonyms for these three words and I still can't get it, good job. Okay, let's be, all of them have been literal. Every single one of them. So how can I make this a literal statement? Again, P on backwards red, thin K, real eyes. That one's a little bit shakier in terms of the literal part of it. It actually reminds me of almost like if you've ever seen what a cryptic crossword is, I feel like these puzzles are similar to that, where it's like the insane amount of information that you're given just to get one word out of it is pretty insane. Probably people who are really good at cryptic crosswords are really good at these puzzles. I am not. I'm much more of a logic person, a logic puzzle person, which you've probably seen through my time on the channel. I'm thinking of too many words with the TION instead of like the CION or the NION. Words similar to thought. Oh, but I also have to remember that I have to. It's not just ION. It's that it has to end like ION. right? Like, or it has to. Oh, sorry, it has to end where it rhymes like in. Right. So if I do a tion, that's shun, not shin. Most of the time, it's hard. English language is really annoying. Um, da, All right. This one is still the hardest one. I think we're gonna let it be. Actually, I'm gonna give myself a second because I did so well. I think I just need to keep pushing a little bit. Okay, let us do this one for sure. It almost feels weird to just be back in normal Blueprint. It's always funny, like with some of these longer puzzles. It's just like, oh, right. There's actually like a whole like the game exists still, right? All right, we're gonna do the workshop, and now I wonder with the workshop, do we unlock the door? Okay, we have a battery now. That's good. I don't have anything else though. Yeah, that's not gonna work. Do I unlock the door? No. It might have only the doors unlocked, the mechanarium, unless we... The doors might only unlock in the mechanarium unless we have them already unlocked. Like, we've already had to have had them going. Security is a good shout. Let's see. I don't really want to change anything, I feel like, here yet. For now, let's see if we can get the key card. Utility closet. Oh, well, now, yeah, actually, then yes, we do want to change it. Off. I don't feel like there's a reason to do that. Okay. Let's see. Okay, so now I should be able to change it to keycard system. Let's turn security level up and offline mode to high. Excellent. Cool, so maybe we don't need as many keys, potentially. Lab. I feel like we don't do the lab that often. I feel like that's actually would be great. So we did this puzzle. That's done. It's really like, there's really not a lot to do in this room. I know there's the experiments thing, but I haven't really seen the use of that yet. Let's see. Come on. Let's try it. Experiment setup. Continue with experiment. When you draft a red room, lose 5 steps and then gain 3 gold. When you spend 2 or more gems drafting a room, gain 3 rolled for a letter will be delivered to the mail room. Oh. Whenever you spend 2 or more gems drafting a room, a letter will be delivered to the mailroom. What's more likely? Probably that, right? Start experiment. A letter. Research logs. Successful triggers, 1. And I can't log into the network. Okay. Alright, maybe that'll be helpful? Possibly. We have a little bit more. I feel like we should just go back at this point. Let's try to fill out the rest of the house now. Let's go this way. I waste steps, but I feel like it's not that bad. I should probably do the whole thing, shouldn't I? This is looking good as a run, too. Okay. We're back. This has been an interesting episode. We've figured out more puzzles than I was expecting to. The gallery puzzle especially, like, and the office one. Just both of those puzzles are just, like, so crazy. But I guess achievable because I did them, you know. Makes me think there is a light at the end of this tunnel. Literally. Almost literally. Okay. Yeah, I don't know how much at this point. I have not edited this series much. I'm just kind of, because I've been loving playing this, I've just been continuously just keep playing the game. I haven't really figured out what I'm going to do much in terms of editing on this. So again, I don't really know if I've been cutting out a lot of the segments of these. If I have 5-minute brainstorming sessions through stuff, if I just slash it, just depends on if it was interesting or not. And most of the time I like to leave it in anyway, just because it's like, I don't know. I feel like it's natural to the process. It'd be weird if I started just cutting shit. But if it's egregious, it's going away. It's also like, it's like, it almost feels like I'm cutting out, like, the solve. You know, part of the puzzle isn't just the solution, it's about getting to it, right? So if I cut out all the moments of me just thinking into it, is that being untrue to the process? Do you think that I'm somehow, like, faking it, right? That's something I'm always worried about, when some of my recordings have gone wrong or corrupted or something like that. I've always thought about that in terms of, does it ruin the process of the solve, right? I would hope not. All right, I'm expending a lot of steps doing this, but that's okay. We have a dining room, so we can deal with it. If we get greenhouse, we'll be golden on the east side of the house. So that's the goal, is to get some greenhouse in this next piece of this run. Let's see what we could do. Boudoir. Actually, guest bedroom, that's not the worst. Boudoir also isn't terrible. Which one do I want to do? Actually, boudoir also gives us steps because we have the sleeping mask, right? Let's go with it. Let's just be gemmed out. Yeah, look, this has been open now. Is it just that if we do it enough times, it just stays open? That would be great if that's the case. I don't ever really have to do that safe code again. That would be phenomenal. Doesn't really make sense for it to not stay open after so many times using it, right? Did we collect? I don't really want to go in there, but there is that lunchbox. Okay, let's go up to spare bedroom. Okay, we're getting real close on our steps here. Bedroom. Yeah, just as I say that, let's help ourselves out here. Okay. Oh no, that's just the bottom of the light. Okay. Ooh, out of keys. That's not great. Let's go courtyard. That gives us an item at least. Or a box. I wasn't even thinking about a box. But we cannot use it. Are these ruby coated? No. Alright, I need one that turns right. Observatory isn't bad. That's okay. What are we gonna get? Steps. Ooh, everything is 50% off today. See flyer for details. That's funny. Okay. So maybe we hit the commissary at some point. Oh, hey, look at that. Great deals ahoy, the sale. Everything 50% off. Offer valid at the following locations: commissary, kitchen, locksmith, and bookshop. Whoa, that's huge. I think I'm dead on bookshop now, but ooh, this is great. Now I can connect our spaces. Yeah, that's gonna be the way to go. Actually, maybe I don't even want that. Unless I can turn it up, maybe I don't want to actually do that. Let's go this way first. Passageway, locksmith. Ooh. Let's redraw. Commissary. Yeah, maybe this is a commissary type deal, especially since we have deals. Oh shit, it's locked. Okay. Gems, salt shaker, metal detector. Let's do metal detector and then let's get... Yeah, that was a good move here. Okay. Walk-in closet. Oh no. Walk-in closet is technically the best one. But if I don't get a key out of it, I'm screwed. Let's do it. Come on, keys. Yeah! 2 keys, in fact. And a gem. Excellent. Okay, so we refunded ourselves. Okay. Let's hope we get a good one here. Vault. Freezer. Vault doesn't help us. We're getting a vault so much more often now, but it's not actually helping us. Let's redraw. Foyer. We're dead either way, but I almost feel like foyer is maybe the way to go. Because I just want to see it again. A letter has been delivered to the mailroom. Oh, right. I don't have a mailroom this time, though. Yeah. And we get a key out of it. Count Isaac Gates. Yeah. So yeah, maybe... And there's nothing else I can do, right? I'm dead otherwise? I think so. Unless I could do something in the... No. Let's go to the workshop, though. Just see if I can... Can I make something out of just what I have right now? No. Alright, well that's that. I think this has been a pretty successful run. The only thing that I might want to do now is just figure out if I can do anything more in gallery. Can I figure this out? Can't do the word rhyme. That's not gonna work, so... I don't know how to explain that I wanted to say it's like... It sounds like... in. Maybe I'm wrong on the ION, but now's not the time to figure it out. I'm gonna call it here. Oh, I'm close on that though. Calling it a day. We had a very compact back half or front half of the house this time. All right, this was a really good run though, a really good episode too. Thank you so much for watching. Please give this video a like and subscribe if you want to see future episodes. We're keeping on. Here it comes. I'm gonna record one more today, so I'll see you in the next episode.